that gives us two examples that we can work with. Now, by having this on video, you can go back and replay this as many times as you need to look at it, get a better understanding of it. I need to put one other one up here, a little bit more difficult, but no, just a little bit more decimal work to do, and that's about it. If I give you one here, and this time I give you a diameter of 15. Okay? My diameter on this circle is 15 inches. If I take half of 15, this one's going to be just a little bit different. Half of 15, I'm going to divide by 2. That'll go 7 times, of course. Subtract, I've got 1 left over. But in doing this kind of work with decimals, we're not going to have a remainder. So we want to put a decimal, add a 0. This decimal goes straight up, bring down my 0. 2 will go into 10 5 times. That tells me now that this circle has a radius of 7.5. Look at that again. Your diameter on this circle is 15, an odd number, which once we have it, is going to give us a number here with a decimal in it, 7.5. My radius is 7.5 or 7.5. Let's go back and use our formula. A equals pi r squared. By now we should realize that the r will be replaced by this number right here. So let's go ahead and take that and bring it over here. 7.5 times 7.5. Going to have several to deal with this time. 25, there's 637. Cross it out, 0, 35, and 52. And I get an answer of 5625. This time, I've got a decimal here with 1 digit behind it, a decimal here with 1 digit behind it, still have a total of 2. 2 decimal places in that problem. That means I'm going to start at the back right here and come back 2 places and put it right here. So this part I've got now is 56.25. That's step number 1. This one actually gets just a little bit more drawn out than the other one. Not difficult, just a little bit more work. Now I go back, put this up top, 56.25. Now is when I go back and plug in pi of 3.14. Now I probably need to be real sure and draw lines this time. I'm going to make a mess. I need to get the color changed. Alright. Cross it out, put my 0. 5, 2, 6, 5. Cross it out, put 2 zeros. 15, 7, 18, and 16. Might run out of room over here. Add it down. 12, 16. Yeah, that one gets a little bit drawn out. Now, let's go back and look. A lot of work on that one. Just a lot of numbers. Nothing that we can't do, but we're going to have to be very careful and particular that we are deliberate in what we do, that we take our time with what we do, and we do each step individually. One thing you're going to need to pay real close attention to on these, because you will have some that are 3-digit multiplication. Some of us forget by the time we get to this 3rd row right here, we forget that we've got to put 2 zeros right here. Okay? That's one thing you will have to remember. This 3rd line, 3rd row, has to have 2 zeros before you start working on your answer. That's what some of us are going to forget about. Now, let's go back and count. Decimal on top, 1, 2 places. Decimal underneath, 1, 2 places. Total of 4. I now have to go to my answer and count backwards 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my decimal will actually go right here. And I've got an answer, if I can move it out, of 176.6250. And we'll talk more in class later about what we would do with an answer this long. Generally what we're going to do is just drop off these last 2 digits. This would round up to 3. And we would leave it like this. We'll work on this later on. Don't be concerned with that. But 176.6250 is what we should have on that. This is the way that we calculate area of a circle. Now we'll be practicing some more of these in class. We'll have plenty of independent work we can do. But hopefully if you look at this now, you can go back and repeat and replay the video as much as you need to go through these steps. That should give you a couple examples for each one that we've done. So if you replay this 2 or 3 times, by the time we actually sit down and do it in class, you should be able to do this without any problem. Good luck.